This morning, we're talking about supporting freelancers and also global businesses. We're breaking barriers. We're doing innovative things. And this is the right show for you to learn all these things from. And this morning, I'm joined by Dawuda Iddrisu. He's a CEO and co-founder of SeevCash, right? Yes.
Yep.
Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Great. Terrific.
Did you enjoy your sleep?
I did actually. I think I arrived in Ghana like 4 days ago.
Okay.
And
okay.
It's been fun. Just like the atmosphere here is great, and love it.
Thanks for coming on the show this morning. Now, one question that it's on the minds of people are, why are freelancers becoming central to today's global business ecosystem?
Yeah, I think if you think about how work is structured today, I mean, going to work 9 to 5, it's great. I mean, I used to do it a lot, and
But it was tiring.
Yeah, it was tiring, right? I would leave home probably from Kasawara.
Now, looking at this whole software engineering thing, does it always have to do with building an app or putting an innovation together or doing something that's related to tech? Like, it's confusing when you hear software engineer. Like, okay, what are they trying to soften up for us? What are they trying to do? Do you think it's a career that when you find yourself doing, it goes well for you? You make money out of it, and you also try to bring solutions or find solutions to situations around you.
Yeah, I think so. Being an engineer or a software engineer is about solving a problem, right? It goes beyond just taking a computer. It's about making analysis of what is the problem we have here and what led to that problem. Why are people facing it, and how can we provide like a solution to it? And so you have to be able to solve that, you need to go through what they call the user research, right? You have to research more about the user. I remember there was a story about a certain people went to a town and they thought that drilling a borehole was great for the town, because they thought that's why should the people go far to go get the water? And they did not talk to the people.
They just
went ahead, put a borehole in the middle of the town, and when they were done, people would still wake up and go walk distance to go and fetch water instead of getting it from the town. And so software engineer is really about considering what the problem is, who is the user, why are they doing things the way they are doing currently, and what can we do to improve it, right? Once you begin to understand that, then obviously your skills that you have acquired, which is mostly about being able to instruct a computer and tell it to do something, right? And then it obeys you, what you input there and tells it to do is what it would, the outcome would be like, right? And so I think it's really rewarding being like a software engineer, because you are involved in really solving fundamental problems that humanity, faces. In our case, at SeevCash, for instance, about the fact that I was in the States. I tried getting a bank account, and all of them, they were like, you need proof of residence.
So that's how come you developed. Okay,
it's one of the journey, right? It's part of the journey. And then they were like, you need a proof of residence, and I'm like, but I'm a tourist. I just arrived, And
you have a visa, so you can,
Yeah, you have a visa, but also, when you tour, you would probably use like the B&Bs and co, right? Which won't give you like a permit. So they don't want those type of evidence. They want you to have signed an agreement with like tenants, agreements and stuff like that.
Okay.
But not having that meant that I didn't have access to a bank account. And for many people that have been in the States, you would notice you can't even book a ride without, having like, a bank account or like a card that would allow you to, utilize that, right? So I figured that there's something here to be solved. And why should it be complicated for people to, get access to this? I was telling someone that last year I was like, well, they denied me, a single person, a bank account, but I created thousands.
Exactly.
I created thousands for most Ghanaians and people living in the States, and it's just amazing to know that you can have a problem and then you can analyze that problem with your skill and get things to be resolved. Yeah.
Now, how does supporting freelancers align with the company's long-term vision?
So really, freelancers struggle with some few things. Okay. They have skills, they've gotten the gig, they are asked of their payments method. They're like, I use mobile money. People are like, no, you need like a bank account. Yeah. I remember gone are the days where I was freelancing for a company that was in UK, and I would, I created a bank account, like a USD bank account. And when the money, came, I realized some $50 is taken out of it. So I'm like, I went to the bank, asked them, they're like, yeah, but this is the rate, blah, 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 right? What we envision is you don't need to walk to the bank, right? Okay. You could just like pick your phone, iOS, Android, type in SeevCash in App Store, Play Store, get the app and register with very basic details, your ID card, your Ghana card and passport or passports, and then have access to like this same, bank account, but even a better one, right? That's like a US, based bank account. Use it to receive money as though you are native, right?
Oh, okay.
And so this is like really transforming how freelancers and small business owners are able to get paid wherever they are, right? Okay. One of the things I would just highlight over there is we launched, so we have an app that is called SeevCash, but we also have a B2B, application that is called Seeve Plus. It's available on SeevPlus.com. There was a founder in Silicon Valley that was done convincing investors about giving him money, and investors were now ready to give him money, but he doesn't have the bank accounts, and they demand you have the US bank accounts, and so we helped them to create their bank accounts in just about one, a corporate bank account, and they got paid. Now, for me, what that means to me is that you just helped a company get paid. They're going to pay their employees, and the employees are going to feed their families, and their families.
And there's a happy smaller home.
Yeah, so it's the impact that we are able to make, and that is, I think, what SeevCash, is able to really build and help the global freelancing, space. People can just have access to the tools that are fundamental to, their work. After all the hard work, payday is very important, and we are there to help them.
You want to see that alert on your phone. It's very important.
Exactly.
Now, for someone who just tuned in will be wondering what we're talking about. Yeah. Can you give us a brief history about what came about for you to put this whole invention together, the SeevCash?
Yeah, so Seeve was derived from the name, to
why is the V even there? What was the C and the V for?
Yeah, so it's SIEVE, right? Which is like filter. In Ashanti language, Sonye. You get the idea.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
Okay. So, really?
Yeah. We were looking at, I think somewhere around 2022, and also just generally, being in school, and then you're like, I'm going to get money and I'm going to save money, and I'll become like, I'll be able to have a big saving account. Then you start like earning 1,000 cedis, and you're like, realizing
that how can that be possible?
Like the money is like finishing, and then you then get to 5,000, you get to 10,000, and your money is still, you're still consuming more and more, right? And so we're like, how do we really help people to save their money, right? Oh. Yeah, to be able to make a lot of, sense out of the money that they have in hand. And so we started building like a budgeting app, payment tracking app, but the core of it was that we also noticed, you can go to a store A here to buy a headset. Sold to you 2,500. Go to store B, that same headset is sold at 1,000 cedis. And it's just because there wasn't like, there's no price transparency. And so we looked at all those factors that is eating up into people's money and their spending habits and stuff like that. And we decided to come up with, SeevCash, the payments app that allows people to really be able to save on their spending, right? And so that was really our genesis. But like every single thing, when you start anything, it's like a baby. It's like a child that grows. So every single day when you feed it, you listen to what this child preference are and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
And so with that, we're able to keep building what our customers want, and personal pains, and all coming together has made SeevCash what it is today. We are on a mission to make finance much more accessible and affordable. I mean, my auntie that I grew up with in Dansuman, I watched her struggle to have access to formal financial services.
Okay.
And when I noticed that problem, and I went to the States, and I also started facing that same problem, then I did a few research around with my team, and we realized that there's about 1.4 billion people that face the same issue, which is a massive market. Also use it.
Oh, okay, that's very good. Is there age limit to the app?
So we do have age limit. I think mostly we consider 18 years and above. But great also for people that want to just start saving, because
so you can save.
12 years.
Sorry to cut you. You can save on the app too.
Yeah. So yes, we do have a savings feature on the app that allows you to not let your money sit still, but that same 10,000 cedis you have, or 5,000 you have, or 100 cedis you have, can start earning money immediately. And why is that so? It's because there's as we continue to address the global freelance space and opportunities, there is a concept called decentralized finance, right? SeevCash rides on decentralized finance, making it possible for people globally, the global workforce, to be able to put their funds together. People are able to borrow against their funds, work, and then pay the proceeds in real time. And so proceeds are paid in real time to people that have their money sitting on SeevCash, and I think that is something that amazing. It's amazing because every single second you're able to see, where is my money, how is it growing, and be able to track the progress of your funds.
If I understand what you said, I can save with the app.
Yes. So
does it mean that I have to connect my mobile money wallet to the app before
Absolutely.
I'll be able to save? And meaning the money will also grow. The money I'm saving will also grow automatically. Yeah. I'm a little bit. You know, when you started saying it, I was like, wait. So I can actually save my money.
Yeah.
And the money will also grow from the account.
Exactly.
That is
exactly.
So
and I think the world is fast, growing, and Ghana is at the forefront of innovations as well. There's a lot of things that we are doing right here.
But what's the interest percentage, by the way?
I think today should be around 12 point something.
Oh.
It goes up to 20%.
Oh, okay.
Right. And your interest is earned in real time. You can take out your money anytime, put in your money in anytime. No question is asked. We actually, there's a lot of concepts behind the scene that makes it work.
I want to know more about it. I'm very interested.
Yeah, it's just beautiful how, bringing together people around the world and creating opportunities can make someone taking money against, monies that other people have contributed and paying it off very seamless. Like you just sit in your room, connect your mobile money or your card or your bank, and make a deposit, get the money to sit in your investment, balance, and then it just starts, earning. You just start earning money on top of that.
Okay. So whether you can read or write, you will be able to access the app properly. You don't need to have some level of education before you be able to understand everything on the app.
Exactly. I think we made it fundamentally. It's
freelancing and all that.
Yeah, I think one of the things I always say to people is, if you are coming from a place where things are not so good. I remember when I was in school, I was I was a Microsoft ambassador, student ambassador. And they chose, about 500 to thousands of us, thousands of us around the world. I was the only Ghanaian in there. And it's, how I got in there was the fact that I wanted to help people, right? I noticed at my school that a lot of people were, chasing after the grades, and the skills was so important, but people, because you want to impress, you want to be first position and stuff like that, the people tend to forget that the talent part, where you're able to craft something, is very important, right? And so I started teaching people. I went to UPSA. I went to a lot of schools. I was just touring around Ghana, mostly with my own money, to teach people. And that helped me to build a very good network of people, knowing that this guy has something to offer. He has the skills, and he's willing to share that particular skills, right? And so one of the things I would definitely say to a lot of people is we need to be people willing to learn and unlearn certain things, and we need to be people willing to share with other people, right? And but really you need a drive, for every industry, for you to succeed, you need a drive, right? Most of the drive would come from what we have already here in Ghana. So you are coming from a family where things are not so good, right? Or you are coming from an environment where internet is not so advanced, right? I joined these thousands of people that were, recruited by Microsoft to promote, Microsoft technologies. My network was terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, but I remember someone was, a couple of them were saying, Dawood the lagger, right? My internet was lagging mostly, but the persistence, and how consistent I was in pushing my dream and every single thing, made it so obvious that I stood out, among the, thousands of people, right? So it's really about, I know where I come from, and those pain points should be something that drives you towards success, right? If you have pain, there's only few things that you can earn from that. You've already paid the price of the pain. There's no way you can take it back again. So it's either you allow the pain to bully you to the negative side, or you bully the pain, right? So you let the pain point that you have right now, maybe you're not getting job. That should be the hunger, right? You don't have money. That should be the spirit, right? Every fundamental person that have succeeded, globally, there's always a pain attached with it, whether it's humiliation, access, failure. There's something that drives people towards that. And so I think people that have studied software engineering, have skills in design, or even if you don't have skills in them, but you have these pains, there's nothing really that moves anyone to succeed or achieve anything but this same pain that you have, that you are sitting on. That is gold. And so the advice here is capitalize on the pain, use it to grow, use it to learn new skills, and keep sharing your what you are learning. If you're able to share your learning publicly, you get a lot of help. You get a lot of people that come up and say that, hey, Dawood, I think you guys are doing great here, and we want to put you on. And that is something that I definitely want to thank your channel, Channel247 for spotlighting us, giving us the opportunity to reach even wider audience. I don't think if we weren't building in public, I'm not sure we would have been noticed at all, right? So yeah.
Now based on that, can you add your final words to it so that we can wrap up?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that if you are listening to us, we are on a mission to make finance much more accessible and affordable, and we want to make it with clarity and with your input. And so we would ask all of you out there that you should jump on our mission, and let's make finance much more accessible and affordable. Our app is available on App Store, Play Store. You can easily download it by searching SeevCash. Yeah, and thanks to all of you for having us.
Thanks for coming. I really enjoyed the conversation. I think you have to come back again for us to talk. You have to come back again for us to talk.
I will.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. I've been speaking with Dawuda Iddrisu, who's a CEO and the co-founder of SeevCash, and we've been talking about supporting freelancers and global business. We're breaking, the payments barriers. There are a lot of options now. You can send money, you can create an account. You can be here in Ghana and create accounts in the US and the UK and all that. That's so very innovative. And we'll be right back after the break.